Hi, today I want to talk to you about how to locate archive data. I'm going to share my screen with you. And the very first page I want to go to is a journal homepage called Data in Brief. And below it says Open Access. And I hope you can see my screen clearly. But Data in Brief is a journal that just publishes data for other researchers to utilize. So we can replicate data in our field and also enhance our credibility. Now, if you want to, I have a data set that's published in here, so I'm going to search my name. And you can see here that an article pops up, Data Replicating the Factor Structure and Reliability of Commonly Used Measures of Resilience, the Connor-Davidson Resilience Scale, and Scale of Protective Factors. You can click on it here, or you can see the PDF is here. Now, I'm telling you that this is archived data. Is a PDF going to have easily transferable data? Not at all. So let's not download the PDF. The PDF would be a good start if you're not sure what the data set includes. The PDF, the authors would detail how their data is assembled. Since this is my data, I'm going to go ahead and just click on the article because I want to download the data. I want to get right to the data. And so let's scroll down. Here you can see the title, the authors, short abstract. And within that abstract, the authors should tell you very important information in this abstract because it's about their data set. It should tell you how many participants are in the data set, what measures are within the data set, and summarize the data for you. Here you can see in the abstract, the data were collected from a sample of 451 college students from 3 universities located in the southwestern region of the United States. And the data includes the resilience scale 25, the resilience scale 14, the Connor-Davidson resilience scale 25, the Connor-Davidson resilience scale 10, the scale of protective factors 24, and the life stressor checklist revised. Now, let's scroll down. We could keep reading. In terms of this video being brief, I want you to read this if you're at home, but what I want to do is scroll down. I'd like you to review some of the tables so you could see if this is data rich enough for your project. And here it has supplementary figures and files. Now, let's come down here to the good stuff. Download a Word document. That Word document could be beneficial if you need to ask your university for approval to utilize archive data. Some universities will want you to do that. Or you can download the spreadsheet. Let's go ahead and download the spreadsheet. A spreadsheet published in an article for archive data could be in the form of an Excel document or a CSV document or some kind of an SPSS or SAV document. All of those are easily transferable into Excel or into SPSS or into R, any kind of data analytical program you want to use. If you're not sure how to do that, I love going to YouTube and type it in YouTube, how do I locate this data? Or how do I not locate, but transform this data into one type of a program or another? So I have, say, go to YouTube, type in how to move an Excel document into SPSS. And in a minute-long video, a professor at another university will give you step-by-step instructions. All right, I have 30 seconds left before my video ends, so I need to wrap it up. I'm going to make this a little larger. Okay. Well, my 5 minutes is up, but my computer was doing something. I'm not sure what. But what I'd like you to do is notice when I open up this Excel document, it has a very funky name. So I'd go ahead and save it to your computer. Okay. And the very first document you'll notice down here, there's two tabs. And the codebook tab is very important. This codebook tab can tell you what all the acronyms mean within the supplemental data. When we have a variable name, and it's usually a long one, maybe it's social skills 1. Well, we can't type all of that into Excel and it load into SPSS easily. So instead we'd make it SS1. Well, SS1 could be anything. So we want to make sure in our code book that we detail what does SR1 through 6, what does SS1 through 6, what does PN mean? Planning, behavior, what is GC, goal efficacy, etc., etc. The code book is our way of saying, what do each of the codes mean? What research article did they come from? And then also, what does the coding mean? We love using Likert scaling in behavioral sciences. So we would want to make sure that we detail these out, or also for sex or gender, we might need to say, what's a 1 mean, or what does a 2 mean? Or race and ethnicity, what does a 1 mean, what does a 2 mean, etc., etc. Now, if we go to this next tab, we can see all the data. Our very first row is going to include our variable names, and they should be depicted in the codebook. All right, so in this 6-minute video, I did go a minute over. In the 6-minute video, we download our data from a published researcher with a PhD. We downloaded, we can see the codebook, we have all of the data, and we have the PDF that the researchers published that details what the data means, more specifics about the data. And I hope this video was helpful and you're able to download and locate archive data that was approved by institutional review boards, so the data was collected ethically and participants were protected. And you can utilize this data on any of your projects in upcoming classes. Have a good day.